Hey everybody, Preferred Selection here. It's been a while since we've done one of these. That's an understatement. In fact, that copyright 2016, it's 2017 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and create this guy, and I'll name him Preferred. I'm not feeling super creative, so let's just go 1.3.4, because this will be my first time really playing 1.3.4. I did make a character that I just ran through to like Skeletron, but you don't really see any 1.3.4 content by then. But that was just to test the to make sure that my audio balance was fine, because they change all your settings when you go to 1.3.4. It's like a brand new game for some reason. Let's go ahead and favorite this guy. You'll notice I've played so little of whatever 1.3.4, maybe even 1.3.3, that when I go here, and then the game almost freezes up on me and create a new world. I don't believe it'll give me the option. Yeah, it didn't give me the option to choose Corruption or Crimson. So we're going in blind. Oh, pardon me. Hopefully I'll remember to edit that sneeze out. I've not been sneezing all day. I said I've not been sneezing all day, so I don't know what that was about, but sorry about that. Cut the mic for a second just so I could take care of that. Off to a great professional start, but hey, what better time to sneeze and blow your nose than while you're generating a nice Crimson world? So go ahead and favorite that one, because that is the world that we're going to be playing on. I was kind of hoping for Crimson. One of my goals with this world will definitely be to just go beat the Wall of Flesh so that I can just get back to... Or not get back to, but have the option... You know, it's weird. I'm almost sure that I've beaten the wall and gotten to select the worlds in 1 point... Yeah, that's right, because not too long ago, it was in 1.3.3 that off-camera I was just trying to farm up a cell phone for fun. This is a weird spawn. At least I've got sunflowers. Yeah, I was trying to farm up a cell phone for fun, so I've definitely gotten to the point where I could select a world. So I remember I was doing that. And I know you could always... I'm sure what most people did when they got to 1.3.3 is they just killed the Wall of Flesh on a character that they've been playing for a while, and sure, that counts, but I think that when they added a feature like that, it's a good excuse to like go make a new world. So you guys might be noticing it's like 2 months late to really be starting the 1.3.4 content, and it came out in the middle of November, and it is the 2nd of January as I record this. So you're wondering maybe why I didn't do this earlier. There's a lot of factors. One, I just haven't been a presence on YouTube lately. I started a new job about a year ago, and I managed to record for a lot of that, but after a certain point, it just it was becoming more and more unfeasible. I wasn't having the time to really do what I wanted to do, make the kind of content that I wanted to make. I mean, I'm still proud of what I put up while I was, and I'm still at this job, so honestly, don't expect too much to change. But, I'm going to try. I hate it when YouTubers come back after like 5 months and they're like, I'm going to do something every day and nothing's changed, but somehow it's going to work. Like, I don't know what's going to work, but I am planning on recording a whole lot of 1.3.4 and trying to get it out there, trying to get it up. This doesn't look like it's in the center. Alright, let's just... Because I'm gonna have a partition, so I'm gonna do a lot of building off camera for this one. But this starting house, I mean, it's kind of Terraria tradition to... Okay, so there's the center. It's kind of Terraria tradition to maybe chop down a couple trees while you're talking about what your plan is for the Let's Play, for the stream, whatever you might be doing. Okay, I actually don't need a middle column of these for this floor. Although it is nice to have something where I know where the center is, so let's put it up there. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. So I'm building a house where the first floor is going to be like not actually a house. It's just going to be crafting stations, and I don't even really need this. I just need background walls, but yeah, the first floor is really going to just be crafting stations. And then the next floor is going to be where we start just like our base housing. It's not going to be like the safest thing in the world for our NPCs, but it'll be like, it'll actually be reasonably defensible because enemies have a hard time like hopping up into structure through like that kind of a narrow gap. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh man, an eclipse, blah 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 blah. No, we're not worried about an eclipse because we're not really worried about what happens until we get 4 or we're only worried about what happens before we get 4 NPCs. Like, if we want our house to be defensible, all we really need to do at this point. I wonder if I probably don't want walls here. I probably want platforms. And did I make this big enough? I'm not sure if I made this big enough, but we'll see. Yeah, platforms stretch your wood out a little bit longer. They count as doors in situations like what I'm doing because they count as entryways. And I don't think it's something that's been like fixed or counted as like an exploit for 1.3.4 because I know they've gone after a few things. All right, I don't have nearly enough wood on me. I should go find some tall trees. Go do some exploring. My pickaxe is a regular copper pickaxe. That's not ideal. I'd love to get like quick would be the modifier that I'd want the most, but ooh, okay, this is great. Little, I mean, I don't want to go down there, but a nice little hill right off the bat. So this is not quite tall trees, but these are. Sorry, I wasn't like I wasn't like talking nasally before this stream, but after that sneeze, even though I've tried to, I mean, you guys don't want all the details, but you know, I tried to get back to normal, but I'm a little. I realize that I'm a little bit nasally right now. Hopefully that'll just work itself out. This is like this is the most disgusting first episode of a YouTube series I've ever done. That's alright. I'm sure some of you like that. But yeah, I'm not sick or anything. I was sick for like a lot of October and November. It's part of why maybe part of why I didn't jump on 1.3.4. I wasn't even really following Terraria too much during the launch of 1.3.4. But so I was saying that there's a lot of reasons that I didn't jump straight into 1.3.4 content. And so the fact that I wasn't making anything on YouTube was like the biggest one, obviously. Like I was not around, I wasn't putting up any videos. But if I was putting up videos, they probably would have been about Pathfinder and Magic and the other games I play. Because 1.3.4, it does interest me. Like I wouldn't be here if I wasn't interested in it, but I feel like they did it wrong. Like, I get that it's just a crossover between another game, but it's yet another patch where they really went hard on the late game. Like, it's almost all, like, it is all like a late game event. Now, granted, it's not a super late game event. It's, you know, all you really have to do is... Alright, hold on, I'm gonna... Alright, hopefully I sound a little bit better now. But yeah, it's not like a super late game event or anything, but it is, you know, it's hard mode, and it's a wave. You know, I think people have gotten. I like the waves more than most people, to be honest. Like I've generally heard complaints about the Pumpkin Moon and the Frost Moon and wave events and how people don't like wave events. I think they're fine, but 1.3.3 was already this, like, you know, hey, if you want to be like Joe Price, if you want if you want to be like the Team Met community, here's some tools to, you know, build a computer inside Terraria. Like, literally, I'm not even exaggerating, you know, build a bunch of logic gates and, you know, set up your own blackjack machine inside Terraria. And that's cool. Like, that's neat. Alright, I'm going to have to actually switch. No, I can just get around that guy. But it's not something I really play Terraria for. So, I tried to make a 1.3.3 playthrough. And I actually recorded more of it than I ended up putting up. But at the end of the day, I just got... I wasn't really interested in, like, doing a bunch of circuitry stuff on camera. Like, I don't mind the circuitry stuff in Terraria. I think it's cool. And I have fiddled with it a little bit, you know, in between takes. But the idea of building a bunch of crazy machines wasn't working for me right then with 1.3. And I think that... Okay, here's Tall Trees right over here, of course. I think that adding tower defense stuff was a great idea. I'm really excited. Like, I want to be clear that there are reasons why I'm making this right now. Adding tower defense was a great idea. 1.3.4, I've always loved the Sentry minions. They did a good... I've loved minions in general, so they did a good job on that. I'm glad that they've added more in the realm of like, just minions in general. That's great. Oh, there's going to be ice over here? Okay, so our dungeon is this way. Good to know. So yeah, sentries are cool. But I just don't... I question why they decided to make it something that comes at you, like, in hard mode, and it's kind of like another Eclipse. Like, you look at the tiers of it, because I've spoiled myself a little bit looking at, like, what's what, and it's something where you know, you get more enemies that give you more powerful stuff after you beat the golem, the mechanical boss, and, you know, alright, as I'm talking, I'm actually coming around a little bit, because I have to remind myself that hard mode's not exactly late game. I mean, I'm a speedrunner. I've gotten to hard mode in, you know, around an hour. It's been so long since I've played this game, I can't even really remember if I've done sub-hour. I want to say I've done sub-hour. But at any rate, like, you can get to hard mode pretty fast. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that when they play the updates, they just, like, keep going on whatever character they've been playing for 500 hours. And to that, I guess I see, like, yeah, if you're gonna play the updates as, like, I take my character who has all the stuff in the game, and I just go on that main character and try and get more stuff, then yes, 1.3.3 makes sense, 1.3.4 makes sense. The idea of having all these updates where the late game is the real concern, that all makes sense. But from my perspective, from what I enjoy, and from what I've seen a lot of other people do, I know there's a lot of gamers that when... Alright, hopefully I can... There's a lot of ice slimes here. This might be my first death. See if we can get away from them. Unfortunately, slimes... If you're trying to escape slimes and it involves going underwater, you're usually SOL, but... Be alright. I don't even know why I'm pushing this way this hard. And then go here, dig up. Okay, we've got air. Which means we've got somewhere we can place a torch. Like, I know that a lot of people, maybe it's just because they're it might be because I'm friends with the disproportionate amount of, like, content creators and streamers, but it seems like a lot of people I know, when they play, like, a new update, they make a new character. You know, they make a brand new guy or girl, and they go through the world, and they do everything all over again. So, from that perspective, like, if you're starting over again, what does 1.3.3 give you in the first hour, or 2 hours, or, you know, maybe 10 hours if you're doing a run where you're saying, oh, I'm only allowing myself to use bows, or, for 1.3.3, it made sense to do, like, maybe a summon-only run. I think it makes even more sense for 1.3.4. You know, what are you getting in that pre-hard mode? Like, if you stay in pre-hard mode, what is the new stuff from all these like supposedly major updates. And I realize they're not major updates in the way that like 1.3, 1.2 are. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from. Is like, where's the three recall potions is absolutely lovely. That might be enough to convince me to just recall, because we're not gaining too much momentum from going this way. And even though I'm not on a hardcore character, I'm trying not to die too much, just because I want to get a little bit of that street cred back, because I know I'm going to be rusty. So knowing that I'm going to be like really rusty, I want to see if I can like play kind of decently. But yeah, I'm going to be rusty, so expect me to like die to things that I might not have died to before. Like when I was playing around a little bit yesterday, just to like get my sea legs and get a little bit familiar with this edition, I died fighting Brain of Cthulhu, and like I didn't have much health, like I didn't have many hearts, but I was still in full meteor, so that was a little embarrassing. Godly Cactus Sword is great, and let's see. I'll make a cheap piece of Boreal just so that I can... Oh, that looks nice with my armor. I like that. I have missed Terraria. Like I'm critiquing 1.3.4 a little bit, but don't think I'm down on it. I'm totally... Like, I love Terraria. It's one of my favorite games. If I have things to say about 1.3.4, it's because I'm more than ready to put like another, you know, God knows how many hours into this game, and you know, I want to talk about what maybe they could do better in 1.3.5 or differently. And I think one of the things they could do that they could improve on is yeah, we're gonna put a ton of money on the ground just so I don't drop it all. Wait, I've got a chest. Let's not be silly. I do love the way silver coins look. No slime staff yet. That's fine. So tomorrow we'll probably get the merchant, and you know, notice I'm playing a little slow. You know, I'm just trying to be cautious. I'm trying to not die right off the bat. It's a little bit of easy iron here. Let's go grab some. I'm not going to stop for most metals. I probably will ignore tungsten, like, or silver, whatever we have, because tungsten and silver you pretty much never need. I always ignore... I mean, there's times where, like, yeah, if a meteor's fallen and you see a big block of tungsten, like, pick it up and get your pickaxe. If you don't have bombs, I guess. Or if you just want to use that plus bombs, but... Ooh, that's interesting. This is a really good world. If this was a speedrun, this would... Well... I mean, I'm not gonna look a gift. It's funny, throwing knives are one of those things where you actually really want to find them on a speedrun in certain speedruns, and then in other speedruns you're like, oh my god, throwing knives. Restart. Guarding, not the accessory that I would have wanted to find, but it is guarding. That's kind of nice. I rushed down the Cactus Sword because I happen to be over in desert, and the Cactus Sword's really good. If you're a new player and you're just looking for like something to hit zombies with, Cactus Sword is totally fine for hitting zombies. Is this platinum? I like seeing platinum. We're really high up for platinum, but that's fine. Like we're still surface-ish, or we wouldn't be seeing zombies. That can happen. People have all these theories about like, oh, a sky island's above you if that happens. No, it just happens. Does seem to happen more on like the top of hills, and that might be because the game thinks it's at a sky island-ish depth, but that's not the same as like having a sky island above you. That just means the game, you know, has a hill that's like 360 feet in the air. Wow. Okay, this I have not checked out this world, I promise, but wow, this is easy little. This is almost like a tutorial level of Terraria. Like, come down here. Ooh. Guard trap. You know, like, come down here and get your first heart, get your first everything, Get your first gardening accessory. Get your first bombs. Oh my god, this is so good. I guess I do want that dart trap. So yeah, that's my little critique, and I think I actually eased up on it a little bit as I... Oh my god, this world is so good. As I thought about it more, like the sentry stuff isn't exactly late game. I just love pre-hard mode. I love pre-hard mode so much that I keep wanting them to add more pre-hard mode things. And they've kind of done that a little bit with, I mean, they have done that, but most of it, to be frank, has been odd. Like they added, okay, that jump I'm never going to make in a million years. They added obsidian armor and fossil armor, but they went about it in such a weird way. I forget how hard those guys are. I think they're really hard, but I have... This is a good time for throwing knives. You can see how rusty I am as it takes me like a million throwing knives. Those guys can drop a decent yo-yo. I've never had it early enough for it to be like actually worth it, but never say never, I mean. And I should not have stopped to chop down this tree with my terrible axe because there's a heart right there, and now I'm like dodging a bat, and there's probably going to be more enemies because the spawn rate in jungle is pretty high. Or not jungle. I forget if glowing mushroom counts as jungle. I think glowing mushroom does have a jungle spawn rate. I don't know if I just made that up or if that's actually the case. Rope should be in my hotbar. I'm not embarrassing myself as badly as I was expecting to on my first... Okay. You know, I knew that was going to happen. I was like, okay, Jack, just set something down. Don't try and rope down here. But, I mean, that was, to be fair, that was barely far enough to kill me. I think it did 104 to me. But I shouldn't have done that. At any rate, it's a really easy place to get back to, and now we have more chests. So... just dig in here really quick. Still don't... Is it 25 silver to get the merchant? I think I'll actually pick up my money just so that I have it on me for potentially getting the merchant. My god, that's loud. Sorry, I thought I had my phone on silent. I have it on vibrate. So that's like, of course, a million times louder than it needs to be. I find that whenever you stream, you always get, if you ever, like, want to reconnect with some people, start friggin' a stream, and you'll find out that you have apps that make noises that people notify you on that you didn't even know existed. Like, you'll get, like, an Instagram message or something, and you'll be like, I didn't even know people could message you on Instagram. I'm sorry if that makes me seem old, but I did not. You know, you'll get messages of people being like, hey, I just wanted to say hi, and it's like, why are you messaging me on Fitbit? Like, what is going on here? Like, why is this a thing? Okay. This is daytime, and I'm still gonna chase down these zombies. Okay. I think I'm gonna make this all wooden chests just to go with the motif of the house, and it's also because these are the chests I have on me. And what I want to store, like, let's see. I like having recall potions on me. I don't need to be carrying a sword. I mean, a lot of the stuff I'll pick up again, but I don't want to accidentally pop a mining potion if I decide to hit B. Okay. And you know what? I'm actually going to, like, finish this little area because it's going to be a pain to do with a copper axe, so I might as well just get it done. Or any pickaxe, honestly, it'll be tricky to do because I want to do that floor too. Not any pickaxe. You guys know what I mean. Any pickaxe that I'll get in like the next 2 seconds. So I might as well just get this all done. I don't know if this will be able to be all wooden chests because I'm going to end up with like... This is a little dangerous because things can spawn in... I don't know if they can spawn in like 2 wide things. I think they can. So maybe I actually want to break this up a little bit. No, it's fine. It's close enough to a house that it's fine. I have an idea. I don't really need to be able to drop down in there, but, you know, it saves me a little tiny bit of wood. And now I can drop down there if I need to place more chests. So that's fine. Do I have... Okay, the next thing I want... The next thing I want is I want 20 stone, which is a really easy ask, just so I can make a furnace. But I'm going to go back to where I was. This video... Wow, this video is getting long already. Alright, so I should start talking about some goals of mine in this series. So I mentioned that I've not been playing much Terraria, that 1.3.4, I wish that they had more early stuff, but in general, I'm really excited for 1.3.4 because the stuff, like, you can start doing that event fairly early, and they reward you for starting it early by making the item that spawns the event purchasable for cheaper depending on when you're fighting the event, which I think is really cool. It kind of makes it like a whole bunch of different events just at different, you know, it's almost like, you know, if you could start a pumpkin moon early and just get like spooky wood or something, which you can do. So I don't know why this is a weird example to pick, but at any rate, I'm overall really excited for this update. And I'm worried about that mother slime above me while I'm trying to talk to you guys. But we can just dodge around it. Be okay. Come back over here. And just... I don't really want to use cactus, but I didn't manage my hotbar well enough, so cactus it'll be. Of course, I place it on both sides. Oh god, alright. That is more than enough to jump over here, get what I wanted. And I see that dart trap. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the goals for this LP. I'm not going to make it like a super, like, focused on only using one item ever sort of LP, but I am going to make it a summoner playthrough. I'm not going to do any, like, I'm not going to go edit myself in a slime staff or anything like that. I haven't even grabbed a T edit that's compatible with this yet. But what I am going to do, this is a great spot I've picked to talk about all this. What I am going to do is once I fight the Queen Bee, I should have already had the new NPC, the new Tavern Keeper yet, and I'm going to this blind, by the way. So I've read a little bit, but I haven't like played through this or done anything, and I really haven't even read that much. I've just read enough that I can sort of know where to go rather than like aimlessly, you know, get to the Moonlord and be like, wait, wasn't there something about defenders? So yeah, I've only read the bare bones of what I felt like I needed to start this LP, and that's enough to know that I will be getting the NPC for the crossover event after you beat like any boss, I believe, or you beat the brain, or yeah, after you beat the brain, I think it is. So my first goal is going to be to beat the brain, and then my second goal is going to be to beat the bee. And once I beat the bee, I'm going to start going into like summoner mode and start doing those dungeon defender events. I think will be a lot of fun. You know, we'll make this an LP where we explore a lot of 1.3.3. We'll explore the mechanical stuff that we kind of neglected in the last LP that ended early. We'll definitely explore the dungeon defender sentry stuff because it seems neat. We're at about a half an hour. I'm gonna go just break this into chunks. I'm gonna be right back, but I just want to upload these in like kind of half-hour chunks. So I'll catch you next time where we will do some more exploring and hopefully. What am I? Oh, a skeleton. I was like, why is this enemy hard? This down here that is like got this kind of knockback resist. So yeah. All right, dealing with some skeletons. Might get a grappling hook here, but for now. Oh, a merchant arrived. All right, that's a good spot to end the episode. We just got a hook. Oh, okay, that's really neat. All right, everything happened at the 30-minute mark. So we got a hook, so we're going to go back up to the top next episode, make a grappling hook, do a lot better spelunking, and I will see you next time.